Pregame interviews brought to you by State Farm agent Jason May. Make sure you get all the discounts you deserve by calling Jason at 747-7100 today. It is Delta's Newcastle here live at Delta High School tonight. We head to our keys to tonight's game. They're brought to you by Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group's Karen Dahl.
Well, tonight for Delta, they need a big game from Brady Hunt. Rivalry games, you need your stars to step out and play well. They need a big game from Brady Hunt. They also need to force Newcastle into long possessions and contested threes with that zone. And for Newcastle, it's defend Brady Hunt, keep him in check. If they do that, they'll have a good chance tonight. And they've got to knock down some shots early, maybe get Delta out of that zone.
Karen Dahl of Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group is here to guide you through one of the biggest processes you and your family can make. Whether it's buying or selling, Karen's expertise is what you need to take that next step. Please remember Karen Dahl and Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group guiding you home. Thanks for listening to the pregame show powered by Lehman's Incorporated. Since 1930, Lehman's Incorporated of Muncie has been providing the same quality service to heating and air conditioning units. They are the train comfort specialist for the area. Remember, it is hard to stop a train. Call for an appointment to receive a free appraisal. They're Lehman's. They are here for you. We'll have the starting lineups and tip-off next between Delta and Newcastle. That's on the way next right here on Muncie Sports Station. The Newcastle Trojans for a Hoosier Heritage Conference and potential sectional preview of what's to come here in a few weeks. Rob Robbins to my right, back in our studio. Sidney Crow and I'm Mark Forster. The starting lineups are brought to you by Mitch Pippen Law. For Newcastle, visiting the 8th-year head coach is Daniel Cox, 108-78 in his only head coaching stint in Indiana high school basketball. 6-11 this year. In conference, they're 1-4, and away from home, they're 1-5. They've lost their last 3 contests, but a big look tonight with William Grieser back. He will not start. The projected starters are Cole McDaniel, a 5'10 senior. He leads the team, averaging 17 points per game. Another guard, Trey Miller, 6'2 and a junior, averaging 10 points per game. Gavin Welch, a 6'4 sophomore, averages 6 points per game. And in the middle, Brandon Matney, a 6'4 senior, averaging a point a game, and Devin Fielden, a 6'3 senior, will start as well. Delta Eagles head coach, 4th-year head coach Mark Detweiler, 75-16 in his seasons. Delta has reached double-figure wins for the 4th straight year with Mark Detweiler 10-4, 4-1 in conference, and 5-4 at home this season. One of the guards is Blake Jones, 5'9 and a sophomore, 3 points, 2 rebounds per game. Neil Marshall, the off guard, 6 foot and a junior, averages 12 points per game. The forwards are Logan Maynard, a 6'2 senior, averages 3 points per game. Brady Hunt, a 6'5 senior, 23 points, 8 rebounds per game. And Riley Wooden in the middle, he's a 6'2 senior, averaging 2 points and 2 rebounds per game. The starting lineup's brought to you by Mitch Pippen Law. When players get injured, they have a team of doctors that help get them back on the field. If you've been injured, think you may have a claim, you may need a team as well. Call Mitch Pippen for a free consultation at 282-0282 or visit his website. It's MitchPippenLaw.com. NewcastleNewsNetwork.com. Rob Robbins, final thoughts before tip-off here.
Well, it's exciting. You know, last time Newcastle came here, it was standing room only.
Yep.
You know, obviously,
back in 2019.
Obviously, this is a little different situation, but it still doesn't change the rivalry that these schools have built over the last 4 or 5 years, especially since Newcastle joined the Hoosier Heritage Conference a few years ago. And like I said, this could be a sectional preview, and you really want to set the tone for that potential matchup.
Increased capacity today here at Delta High School, 25% capacity. The band is here. A very lively crowd for Newcastle behind us. Should be a great atmosphere for high school basketball. The tip-off sponsored by Sheriff Gosselin Roofing. Newcastle in their road, green uniforms, white letters, white numbers. Delta white uniforms with the yellow numbers filled in, outlined in a blue. Delta wins the tip. Brought to you by Sheriff Gosselin Roofing. Here's Blake Jones with a low right-hand waist-high dribble. He stops the action at the right wing, finds Wooden on the left wing. Now Hunt in the post is fed. He picks it up on a double team, finds Logan Maynor on the arc right-hand side. Into the corner, looks for the cutter, keeps it himself, back to point guard Blake Jones. Left wing Maynor, cut off at the baseline, finds Hunt on a catch on the left perimeter. Defended by the sophomore Gavin Welch as Newcastle opens up with a man-to-man defensive look. Blake Jones slides around Cole McDaniel, who follows him to the top of the key. Now Hunt on a post speed, steps out to the corner on a dribble, to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, kick out Jones, a three wide open, no. Rebound fought for, Hunt gets the loose ball on the offensive board and puts it back in.
Good look there by Blake Jones, and a great job crashing the boards by Brady Hunt. Newcastle's going to have to find him.
The extra effort for Brady Hunt. Delta a 2-0 lead, and here's their vintage 2-3 zone as Newcastle has their first possession. Cole McDaniel is on the right wing. Welch is in the corner. Out near the top is Sam Maddie. He'll have the basketball. Defended by Blake Jones for a moment. Back to McDaniel in the corner. It's Welch. A dribble there. Back to McDaniel. Top of the key. Up three. It's a little long. Rebounded by Logan Maynor for Delta. Near side forward, it's Brady Hunt, who will dribble into the full court on Gavin Welch. Now a handoff to Blake Jones. Delta leading 2-0 very early in the first quarter here at Delta High School. Handoff to Hunt. He'll go to work on Gavin Welch one-on-one. Gets a ball screen, stops his dribble at the right perimeter, swings the basketball, partially deflected to Wooden, and then it was batted away again by Devin Fielden out of bounds. It'll stay with Delta for a far sideline entry. Blake Jones has it. Now Riley Wooden on the top of the perimeter. Left wing, it's Jones. Off movement, it's Marshall who gets free, catches top of the perimeter. Drives inside the free throw line, pivots, leans in for a two-handed jumper in the lane and missed it. Ball deflected and Newcastle picks it up. Their leading scorer, Cole McDaniel, with the controls. Left wing, it's Sam Maddie. Off ball movement, it's McDaniel who gets loose as Blake Jones defends him with his toes just beyond the perimeter. Now Trey Miller, they run McDaniel on baseline action, can't get him free, and Sam Maddie has the controls top of the key. Back to McDaniel near side four. He'll be defended by Neil Marshall. Swing around right to left, bounce pass to Maddie. He backs down his defender, now drives in the lane, cut off, Fielden, extra pass, McDaniel, left of the lane, drive, he's deflected at the rim by Logan Maynor. What a block there, and Delta the board. In transition, Marshall, corner left, Jones trying a three, missed short, ball skips on the deck, it's rebounded by Newcastle, Sam Maddie. Here's Trey Miller, transition, back to Maddie, drives to the high block left, kick out, Fielden on three, missed it. Newcastle is 0 for 3 to start the game. The ball trickles out of bounds. It's Delta basketball with 5:13 left in the first, leading 2-0.
And again, that Delta zone just causes so much problems for people. And that, you see that possession there, Newcastle got a little impatient. I don't think they want Fielden shooting a lot of three-pointers.
It's Brady Hunt dribbling to the right perimeter. Picks up his dribble, finds Wooden, who's at the top of the key. Wooden, ball over his head and finds Jones. Corner to Marshall, drives with physicality right underneath the rim, pivots for some space, missed it. Wooden, the offensive board, kicks back out to Logan Maynor, who's on the left perimeter. Back to Marshall, pumping, gets him to the baseline, a drive with physicality. He's fouled on the floor before he banks in two. It's the first team foul on Newcastle with 4:46 in the first.
It's going to be on Sam Maddie. That's going to be his first. But what I really like about Neil Marshall is he's been very aggressive going to the basket. Has a couple shots in the paint that hasn't gone down, but I like his aggressiveness early on.
Logan Maynor finds Marshall in the corner left. Dribbles out of there, into the paint. May have slipped the pivot foot, leans back for a jumper. No. Maynor kept it alive by batting it in the lane, but with too much force, it's out of bounds to Newcastle on the far sideline. As we expected, these two teams defend at such a high level. Delta allows 47 points per game, Newcastle 53. It's 2-0. Delta nearing the halfway mark of the first quarter. Maddie feeds Welch, finds a cutting fielder, a right-hand floater, no. Welch, the offensive board, backs down Hunt, finds Maddie, thought about the pass, now dribbles to the free throw line, kick out McDaniel. The closeout was there for Delta's defense to prevent a three. Welch dribbles it off his foot, and it's loose on the floor, picked up by Blake Jones. Should have been a call, and Delta gets the loose ball.
Good break there for Delta. It looked like a kick ball, but no call by the official.
Here's Clay Bragg, perimeter left. Finds Marshall. Corner right, it's Jones. In the corner, it's Maynard. Two players surround Brady Hunt. Now Clay Bragg catching left perimeter and dribbling out of that corner. Jones. Back to Maynard. Drives to the elbow. Pivots from there. Finds Marshall. Spotting up a three. Missed it. Fight for the rebound. Maynard, an offensive board for Delta. Keeping it alive. Jones goes by the defense. Stops for a moment the free throw line. Finds a cutting. Brady Hunt can't handle the basketball underneath the rim. He slips under the basket as Newcastle in transition. And it's a foul in the open floor to prevent McDaniel getting by Blake Jones. Jones will pick up his first.
Yeah, Delta again doing a nice job. They're getting a good look every possession so far for Delta, but other than the Brady Hunt rebound basket, the only scoring of the game so far.
3:30 to play in the opening frame. 2-0 Delta as Newcastle yet to score with 3:28 to play in the first quarter. William Grieser in the game for the first time. He has not played in the previous 17 games. The quarterback in football had a late season injury, and here's his first action. Grieser the drive, finds Welch, top of the key, McDaniel. Kick out on the perimeter, it's Trey Miller. Now back to McDaniel, off a ball screen, hesitates, and in the corner, Welch catches the basketball and will dribble with a waist-high dribble. The 6'4" sophomore, a good-looking player, finds McDaniel. Runs right into Clay Bragg's defense. Now Grieser at the top of the arc, dribbles on a low crossover with under 3 to play in the first quarter. A very patient half-court offensive set here for Newcastle. It's McDaniel on the left wing, slips a pass to Grieser, top of the key. Has a ball screen, runs right of the lane, kick out. Miller a three, Trey Miller misses, and Brady Hunt the board. Here he comes in transition, dribbles on McDaniel. He's reached in upon as he gets to the rim. The foul is on the floor on Cole McDaniel as Brady Hunt maybe a step away from that being a continuation foul.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Brady Hunt does so well. When he gets that rebound, he can take it down the other end of the floor, handles the ball well, makes really good decisions.
Neil Marshall lobs back out to Brady Hunt. Will drive on Matney, rise on him, and he's fouled in the act of a mid-range jumper. Brady Hunt to the line for a pair. The foul on Brandon Matney, who will be on him frequently this evening. The senior picks up his first personal foul, and Brady Hunt to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, good aggressiveness by Brady Hunt when drawing the foul, get to the free throw line.
Hunt's first free throw is up and through. He has 3, 76% at the line. He's been face guarded from the opening tip, and there's also a second player that's shadowing him nearly everywhere he goes is Brady Hunt. Knocks down both free throws. Brady Hunt 4, Newcastle nothing with 2:30 to play in the first quarter.
Well, Delta will play like this the whole game. I guarantee you Coach Detweiler will be real happy with that.
Harassing defense by Blake Jones on Cole McDaniel, forces to give up by Welch. Left wing catch, it's Miller. Back at the perimeter, it's Welch. Driving on Jones, kick in the corner. It's Miller on a pump fake, doesn't find the space he wants. Back to Welch, at top of the key, 3 on the way. It's no good. The shot still won't fall for Newcastle. There was a scrum for the rebound. It's last touch by Newcastle with 2:06 in the first. Delta a 4-0 lead, and they get the basketball back.
And we talked about it. Delta has really settled into this zone as the season's gone on. It makes it really difficult if a team doesn't shoot the ball real well to score on this defense.
It's Jaden Fernie in the game for the first time. Near side floor, he'll enter the forecourt. Clay Bragg's on the perimeter left, finds Neil Marshall top of the perimeter. Now in the corner, it's Maynard with Hunt trying to get free, and an off-ball foul by Brandon Matney. That'll be his second as Hunt was trying to escape the body of Brandon Matney. A walking foul will be his second.
That was a nice set play by Delta. It actually was going to work to perfection. And had Matney not committed that foul, that Brady Hunt was going to get a layup.
So the matchup coming in will now be Gavin Welch. Here's an entry pass to Jaden Fernie off of the baseline inbound. He got free left to the lane. A good find on the inbound play, and Fernie for 2.
And Brady Hunt won't get the bucket for that, but 2 players went with Brady Hunt on that inbounds play, left Jaden Fernie wide open underneath the basket.
Here's Sam Maddie the other way for Newcastle, trying to drive off Clay Bragg. He doesn't have a lane, tries to throw a pass. It's intercepted by Clay Bragg, which was the on-ball defender on Sam Maddie. Bragg at the top of the key, a handoff to Marshall. Back to Fernie. Fernie, a ball screen, gets him free right down the lane, steps through. Greaser dumps it off from Maynard underneath the basket and had it stripped out of bounds. It's Newcastle basketball with a minute 18 to play.
And obviously Newcastle still, yet to get on the scoreboard, but you see some of the things that you really like. Jaden Fernie made a nice move there, made a nice pass to Logan Maynard, just couldn't quite hold on to it. But some of these Delta Eagles, the role players especially, are gaining some experience and looking a lot better.
A minute and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Newcastle down 6-0. It's not a joke. That's the actual score. McDaniel pivots at the free throw line, gives to Maddie, right back to McDaniel, who drives in the lane. An elevated pass to Caleb Groh. In the post, it's William Greaser backing down Riley Wooden on the baseline. In the paint, a kick out and a three from Welch. Bounces off the front edge of the rim and out, and Delta the board and clears out. 41 seconds to play in the first quarter. And Delta, if they can, will likely hold for the final look. This is a Delta style of basketball game without question.
Absolutely, and they're going to be content to...
Here's Fernie, kick in the corner. It's Bragg, a three. No, Hunt, the offensive board, puts it back up and fouled from his backside. Got the position and boxed out William Greaser. And Greaser on the second effort from Hunt, all he could do was foul. His first, and Brady Hunt to the line with 26.1 seconds left in the first.
And I think Coach Detweiler did want one shot, but Clay Bragg was so wide open. I think you have to take that shot.
Hunt, 3 for 3 from the free throw line after hitting the first on this trip. One more coming from the senior Brady Hunt. 76%. The second is good too. 6 for him, 8-0 Delta, 25 seconds remaining in the first. Cole McDaniel, far side floor. He's on the right wing, defended by Jaden Fernie. Near side floor now to Sam Maddie, who will redirect the action near the logo just across the half-court stripe in the forecourt for Newcastle. Maddie, a crossover between two defenders, and the ball stripped. It somehow got to Caleb Groh. He'll fire a three, miss it. With 3 seconds, Neil Marshall has it. With 2 at midcourt, launches, hit the front edge of the rim, and it fell out. Delta shuts out Newcastle offensively in the first quarter of play. 8-0 they lead as we head to the second. That's next here on C Sports Station.
Satisfied by just one thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Delaware County High School basketball on Muncie Sports Station.
Your roof is there to protect your family. Make sure you're doing what you can to protect them. Sheriff Gossel Roofing has been helping families for generations. Remember to call Pete Doyle or look them up at worryfreerope.com. Newcastle trails Delta 8-0 after the first quarter of play at Delta High School. Cole McDaniel finds Caleb Groh, and then a pass looking for the corner for Trey Miller, intercepted by Brady Hunt. The defense has been phenomenal for the Delta Eagles through one quarter of play. Blake Jones finds Abram Stitt into the game for the first time. Drives to the lane, a kick out to Bragg in the right-hand corner. A screen gets him loose in the lane, and he shifts to Wooden, finding Brady Hunt on the arc. The one-on-one matchup with Gavin Welch. He gets into the lane on the left-hand side. A slip pass to Wooden. Missed the first, tried the follow, missed that one as well, and the ball skips out of bounds. Last touched by Delta's Abram Stitt. It's Newcastle basketball with 7:24 in the first half.
2 good looks there for Riley Wooden, just couldn't convert.
Here's Cole McDaniel on the right perimeter, scoreless just like his teammates in the first quarter. Here's a great drive, and there's the first points for Newcastle as McDaniel got deep in the lane, and a right-hand touch shot just inside the free throw line.
Yeah, real nice spin move in the paint. That's a nice touch from Cole McDaniel.
third leading scorer in the conference this season. Brady Hunt, the leading scorer at 23 points per game. Wooden hands off to Hunt. He's double teamed on the arc. Finding Bragg now to Jones, left wing, and Stitch stepping out of a three, driving the baseline, pivots, kicks out Jones, trying to hit. He's now a 1 for 3 on the left lane. And Mark Detweiler takes a timeout on that note. It's a full timeout on the floor after the Blake Jones made three from the left perimeter. 11-2 Delta, 6:45 left in the first half. You're listening to Muncie Sports Station.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials.
Is a member and financial cooperative existing 40 benefits members. Your deposit belongs to your sports together. You spring the experience what it's like to be a member. Bruce County FC serving. 11-2 to Delta. And the Motor King of Grove campus. Still in the King Network. Ships to McDaniel. Fires in the face of up ahead. Here's Miller.
His first team number 2. Checking in the big man for Dylan Melvin.
here is Gavin Welch on the baseline. Back out to Cole McDaniel, who drives. Kick out. It's Welch a three, missed it. Fielding the board. Throws a pass off the hip of Logan Maynor out of bounds. It stays with Newcastle in their half court.
And we talk about this a lot during the Delta game, especially. Logan Maynor does so many good things on the floor.
Off the inbound, it's Cole McDaniel firing a three from the left perimeter. It's no good. Brady Hunt the board and pushing. Pushes on Gavin Welch left of the lane. Marshall a pump fake, gets him into the lane. Elevates in a difficult lay and goes. He banged with Devin Fielding as he got to the edge of the rim and laid into.
Great strong take to the rim by Neil Marshall. Gets on the board with 2 points.
13-8. It's a 5-point lead for Delta. Cole McDaniel catches left perimeter. He's been the only Newcastle player to score in this contest. Here's Fielding, backdoor feed to Miller. Reverse lay-in going from left to right. It's a great set play from Newcastle there.
Nice back cut by Miller, and great pass.
Trey Miller, their second leading scorer. Here's Jaden Fernie, a three, had some space, fired it, was indecisive, missed it. Rebounded by Newcastle with 3:01 to play in the first half. Here comes Greaser, shovels to Miller. Gets to the baseline. 2 players surround him. Outlet to Greaser. Back to Miller in the corner. Feeding Fielding in the post on Brady Hunt. Double team there. Kick out Miller. A three. Ties it. Trey Miller with 5, and we're knotted at 13 apiece.
Wow, just like that. No points in the first quarter, and they've exploded here for 13 here in the second.
2:35 to play in the first half. Jaden Fernie has the basketball perimeter right. Ball screen gets him to the top of the key. They feed Brady Hunt. Now to Blake Jones. Redirects the action top of the key and a bounce pass to Logan Maynor. Back to Jones. Stands at the left perimeter. Gets to the free throw line. Now to Fernie. Sets and fires a three. And he answers right back with a three of his own. Jaden Fernie with 5 points.
Excellent movement by the Delta Eagles, and Jaden Fernie finding the opening spot. He can hit that shot.
A very bright future for the freshman, playing in his 9th game of the season. And Delta back in the lead 16-13. In the lane, ball batted around, Fernie deflected it and then retrieved it and was fouled. What a great play by the freshman defensively. Hit a three on one end and that defensive play on the other.
He's one of those role players that we talked about, and to see him, from a few weeks ago when he got into the county tourney for just a few minutes and now playing significant minutes, you can see his confidence just continue to grow. And you're right, his future is very bright here at Delta.
Gavin Welch was the guilty party for Newcastle on the foul, and Delta with a 16-13 lead has the basketball back. Fernie dribbles with a waist-high right-handed dribble, finds Hunt at the perimeter, and Gavin Welch got too tight on Hunt, knocked him over. It's his second quick foul. Gavin Welch with 2. And that should be the 7th team foul on Newcastle, which for the final 1:45 of the half, Delta will be at the free throw line.
And that foul drives coaches nuts. Not only does it put Brady Hunt at the free throw line, but it's completely unnecessary. It's 25 feet from the basket.
So Brady Hunt to the line is already 4 for 4. Here's the 1-and-1, missed it. On the 1-and-1, rebound by Devin Fielding, and Newcastle controls with 1:42 to play in the half. McDaniel gets a ball screen, weaves around the top of the arc. Greaser fakes the pass. He's on the right wing. Bragg defensive, and Bragg gets tight. Now near side 4, it's McDaniel. Miller's walking the baseline. Quick catch for Fielding. Delivers a ball screen. He's at the top of the key. They shift to Fielding. Thought about the three. Bounce pass back to McDaniel. Has Greaser to his right and shovels the pass to him. Now in the corner, Miller steps to the side of a defender and steps for a three. Got some space near the right wing. Trey Miller's second three of the contest.
Well, he's got 8, and Cole McDaniel has 8. All of the 16 points for Newcastle.
A 16-16 tie with a minute to play in the first half. Clay Bragg finds Parker Foletic. Now Foletic, a bounce pass to Hunt, beats him in mid-range territory, backs down 3 players, has it stolen by Fielding. Up ahead, it's McDaniel on 2 Delta defenders. Jaden Fernie with a block on the other end. Here's Neil Marshall to push. Now he's in transition, knocks over William Greaser, and it's a blocking foul on William Greaser.
What a block by Jaden Fernie.
Wow.
That's 2 blocks for Delta. Logan Maynor had one in the first quarter, and Jaden Fernie came out of nowhere and swatted that way out of the way.
He was behind the play and somehow was able to get contact with the basketball without contact with his body. Marshall for the 1-and-1 free throw. No, Brady hooked the board offensively and puts it back in.
Good job. The Newcastle fans and coaches wanted over the back, but it looked to me from here like he went straight up. So
18-16. Delta leads by 2. They've been tied twice, but have led the rest of the way. 25 seconds to play in the first half, and Daniel Cox wants his team to hold for the final look. William Greaser has it near side floor in the forecourt. It is man-to-man defense on this final look for Newcastle, trailing by 2 to Delta 18-16. Cole McDaniel wastes time, left-handed dribble, now between his legs twice, and blows by Fernie. Lost the basketball going to the baseline, out of bounds. Delta basketball with 3.4 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll have to go the length of the floor for a final look here. Newcastle going to bring a defender to guard the basketball. It's Hunt with a second just inside the three-point arc for 3. No. Missed it. I've been across the half-court strike, that is. He left it short, and that's the end of an exciting second quarter and first half. Delta leads 18-16. As we head to the halftime break, the Mancinos of Muncie halftime show is next right here on Muncie Sports Station.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Sparks Computerized Car Care on West Bethel Avenue in Muncie is your complete auto service and maintenance shop in Muncie. Family owned and operated since 1990 with over 100 years of combined experience. Standard maintenance, tire service, brake repair, engine transmission, and more. Sparks Computerized Car Care will take care of you bumper to bumper. Schedule an appointment online at sparksauto.net. That's sparksauto.net. Sparks Computerized Car Care in Muncie.
Sports Station.
Welcome inside the Mancinos of Muncie halftime show. 18-16, Delta leads Newcastle at the half here at Delta High School. Rob Robbins to my right. Back in our studios is Sidney Crow, and I'm Mark Forrester. What stood out to you in that first half?
Well, what stood out really is it was a tale of two quarters, and Delta's defense really shut down Newcastle in that first quarter, and then Cole McDaniel got going, 8 quick points for him, and Trey Miller, 8 quick points for him, and Newcastle really did a much better job of moving the basketball against that zone. So Delta's going to have to do a better job in the second half of finding those seams that Newcastle's exploiting. But this is the Delta game right here. 18-16. This is where they want it. So if you're Coach Detweiler, you've got to be pretty happy with this.
The tie game after the first half of play, So we'll take a look at the first half statistics when we return next. You're listening to Muncie Sports Station. Welcome back inside the Mancinos of Muncie halftime show. The scoreboard reads Delta 18, Newcastle 16 here at Delta High School. We head to our first half statistics. They're delivered by First County Federal Credit Union.
Well, first for the Newcastle Trojans, they were led by two guys, Cole McDaniel with 8 points, 2 3-pointers and a 2, and Trey Miller, 8 points with the exact same line of 2 3-pointers and a 2. For Delta, Neil Marshall, 2 points. Blake Jones with the 3-pointer for 3 points. Jayden Fernie did a real nice job off the bench. He's got 5 points. And Brady Hunt leads also well tied with the other Newcastle guys. He has 8 points for the Delta Eagles to round out the scoring.
First half statistics are delivered by First County Federal Credit Union. And Credit Union is a member-owned financial cooperative, that is, existing for the good of its members. Your deposits are loaned to your neighbors. Together we strengthen the community. Experience what it's like to be a member. First County FCU surveyed Delaware County. All content and live play-by-play is coming from the Henry Community Health broadcast booth. Suffering with chronic pain, interventional pain specialist Dr. Scott Taylor and Dr. Andrew Davison want to help you manage your chronic pain. Check out the different methods they have available and what they can do for you at RelieveChronicPainNow.org. Rob, for both of these teams, certainly they're below their halftime averages, that is, and these are not two teams that score with a bunch of frequency, but to get both of these offenses loose, which one stands out to you, and what do each need to do?
Well, I think for Newcastle, they've got to continue to take good shots. That's what got them going in the second half. They got in the lane a couple times, and that opened up the three-point line for them, and then they were able to knock them down. For Delta, I think you've got to figure out a way to get Brady Hunt some open looks inside. They're shadowing him with a guy usually off of Riley Wooden's man. So you've got to figure out a way to get him down low, maybe isolated one-on-one, and see if you can get him some easy baskets early.
Thanks for listening to the Mancino's of Muncie halftime show. The full meal deal is available at Mancino's in Muncie. Your favorite pizza grinder. Finished off with a visit next door to the sweet shop. Come in or pick up if you're on the go. Mancino's in Muncie on Bethel Avenue. A passionate supporter of high school sports in our community. This game here for Newcastle will be their third to last game. Delta still has 4 games remaining at the conclusion of this contest. Newcastle really didn't have an issue from a COVID standpoint. Delta has had one issue, actually a couple of issues at different points this year. We've seen a lot of schedules backloaded, but also teams that have been able to, fingers crossed, get through it, not have to backload their February schedule.
Right, and I think one of the benefits of doing a little bit of backloading is you get a lot of those Tuesday night games that you could play in the sectional, and getting the kids used to playing on a Tuesday night is something that a lot of coaches take advantage of now.
So Delta will open up with the basketball to start the third quarter of play, and here we go. Blake Jones shifts the basketball to Neil Marshall. William Greaser knocks the basketball away, and Brady Hunt picks up the loose ball. Elevates for a pass. It's an errant one, intercepted by Gavin Welch. William Greaser in the starting lineup to start the second half for Newcastle in his first game of the season. Pump fake for McDaniel, getting him in the right edge of the lane. Here's a slip pass. Greaser finding Trey Miller in the corner. He dribbles out of trouble. Now Greaser back to Welch, slipping to McDaniel. McDaniel into the lane of backing down Gavin Welch. Back to McDaniel at the top of the perimeter. Wants a ball screen, won't get it. Finds William Greaser on the arc. Back to Cole McDaniel. Blake Jones defends him. Now Greaser on the arc. It is Delta with a man-to-man defense. Fielding, corner left. It's Greaser, a 3. He missed it. Ball batted around. William Greaser picks up the loose ball. Throws a pass out to the perimeter. Trey Miller on the weak side, finding Gavin Welch. He ran over Riley Wooden, and it's a blocking foul on Riley Wooden, his first, sending Gavin Welch to the free throw line for a pair.
And that was a good call. Riley Wooden kind of slid underneath him, and Welch did a nice job of going up over him, and Riley Wooden just a little bit late on the slide over.
What an impressive sophomore season for Gavin Welch. 6.6 rebounds per game. The first free throw is up and through. Welch, a 68% free throw shooter, playing his first varsity season, and they expect a lot more from the length that 6'4" provides, and he's a capable shooter. Welch knocks down the second, and we're not at an 18. Under 7 to play in the third quarter. It's Blake Jones to the right wing. Neil Marshall dribbles to his right-hand side, picks up the basketball, finds Riley Wooden at the free throw line. Faces up the basket. Now to Jones at the top of the key. Defended by Cole McDaniel. Swings to the left-hand side. It's Maynor on the catch with Trey Miller shadowing. Now Jones to Neil Marshall. Weaving around the arc. Delta on the attack in the forecourt is Marshall. Slips underneath. It's Maynor in the lane. Lane in 2, and with contact, a foul. Logan Maynor cutting better than just about any Delta player has over the last 5-6 games. That's where he gets most of his offense, cutting to the basket.
He does. He's so athletic. I think he's a little bit deceiving. He was up there by the rim on that look, almost like he was going to dunk it.
Maynor misses the free throw. The foul a moment ago on Trey Miller, his first, and Newcastle comes the other way, down 20 to 18. Greaser's at the top of the perimeter, barking out orders. McDaniel catches, swings to the right wing. Now Blake Jones defends him. Back to Greaser on the left perimeter. McDaniel top of the perimeter, surveying. McDaniel picks up the action, and near side towards Miller. The defense still fantastic from Delta. Here's a long touch shot from Cole McDaniel inside the free throw line. Missed it. Brady Hunt the board, and here he pushes in transition. Swings a pass from the corner. It's Blake Jones. Back to the right wing. Marshall setting up for 3. He missed it. Ball goes over the backboard and is stuck over the backboard. That is. Well, the good news is every young man in this game, in this gym, has a basketball. Now Brady Hunt has the duties of trying to use another basketball to get this basketball out. He does so, and I don't know. That doesn't go in the stat line.
That was pretty good, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. 2 tries.
2 tries, and it was wedged in there pretty good.
Yeah. He threw it with two hands. I would have loved to see, his right hand throwing arm that he'll use at Ball State next year as a quarterback, right?
Maybe you were worried about puncturing the ball or something.
5:44 to play in the third. We're back in play. Trey Miller catches left perimeter. Welch back out to Greaser, setting up a three, and William Greaser hits it, and that's the first Newcastle lead of the night.
Big shot by William Greaser, didn't hesitate, knocked it down. Big bucket for Newcastle.
His first points of the season, and Greaser almost stole the basketball, goes on the deck and out of bounds. It'll stay with Delta, but the Newcastle fans behind us appreciate the effort. William Greaser, an excellent football player, and was just such a stat stumper for this Newcastle basketball team last year. Brady Hunt off the inbound, steps back for a three, and Trey Miller prevents Logan Manor from getting the offensive board. It's out of bounds. Newcastle basketball with 5:18 to play in the third quarter, down up by one.
And this game's shaping up just as we thought. This is going, this is tight, and it looks like it's going to be that way all the way down to the end.
William Greaser trots into the forecourt, finds Cole McDaniel. Now Gavin Welch to Greaser. Greaser swings to Miller, a long three, he'll hit it! Left wing, Trey Miller hits his third three of the contest. He has a game-high 11, and the Newcastle lead is 24 to 20.
That was NBA range right there, that was deep.
Riley Wooden swings to Hunt, who faces up Gavin Welch. Now to Marshall, off a ball screen, goes hard to the rim, and will run into Devin Fielden on a blocking foul. Fielden picks up his first personal foul, and with 4:41 in the third, Delta a baseline entry coming. Here's Marshall into Jones. Jones will drive the baseline. Find Hunt, backing down two players. Weaves inside, and a nice, easy scoop on the right-hand side of the rim.
And you can see the length of Brady Hunt was an advantage there. He just was able to, take one step and reach with his right hand around the rim.
Long strides and long arms for Brady Hunt, 24-22. Newcastle still with a 2-point lead. It's Greaser fielding Fielden, who backs down Wooden. Cutter is McDaniel. A difficult lay-in doesn't go. It's rebounded by Riley Wooden. And here comes Brady Hunt on the controls. Left to the lane, he drives, slip for a moment, and finds Marshall in the lane. Dump pass underneath to Riley Wooden, who ties the game at 24. Great vision from Neil Marshall, a willing passer from the time he got the basketball.
Absolutely. Great job by Riley Wooden finding the opening, but Neil Marshall with a great no-look pass. Easy bucket for Riley Wooden, and we've got a tie ball game.
24 apiece, 4:01 to play in the third quarter between Newcastle and Delta. We'll take a short break right here on Muncie Sports Station. Call 281-YMCA the Y for He Better Us. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Out of the timeout, we're knotted at 24 apiece between Newcastle and Delta. As McDaniel drives to mid-range territory, kicks out Miller, steps to the side of a defender, almost hit his fourth three of the game. It was halfway down and out, and Delta gets the board. Logan Maynard the push, trying to find Neil Marshall. Has him on the left perimeter. Now Maynard in the corner. Dribbles, finds Hunt, pops out, a three wide open, hit it. Just left of the top of the key, and Brady Hunt has 13 points, and Delta back in the lead, 27-24.
And Brady Hunt taking advantage of a defensive breakdown there for Newcastle. Of the players on the floor for Delta, you can't leave Brady Hunt, and Newcastle just left him wide open.
Here's a feed for Welch, back cut for Fielden, gets him right to the rim, and he lays it too. Devin Fielden. 27-26. Here's Fernie stepping to the top of the key, fakes the pass to Hunt, finds Maynard, drives, Fernie, right wing, Bragg, a long three on the way, he missed it, Hunt the board for Delta in the corner. Hunt gives back to Fernie, top of the key, a rhythm three, he missed this one, Hunt fights for another offensive board and batted it right to Cole McDaniel, and he was fouled immediately by Clay Bragg, who was trying to get to that same spot, and Clay Bragg picks up his second personal foul. 2:45 to play in the third.
Brady Hunt doing a great job on the offensive rebound. Almost had 2 or 3 on that possession, but big possession here for Delta defensively.
Greaser, near sideline to Cole McDaniel. Back to Greaser, who cradles the basketball in his right hip, pointing out directions. And Greaser will find Cole McDaniel. He's on the left perimeter, yet to score in this third quarter. McDaniel steps to the side of a screen, pops a shot, and there's his first points. His foot was on the arc, it looked like.
I think they gave him 3.
They may have given him 3. So
I couldn't quite tell from here. It was really close.
That's 11 for Cole McDaniel, and back in the lead, Newcastle by 2. It's Marshall in the corner left, Kearney around traffic, looking to feed Hunt, does so, faces up Welch. Long jump step gets him in the lane, kicks out a frag 3 on the way, rattles it in, and tilts it back in the lane, 30-29.
And now this is, both teams just punching their way here. This is fantastic.
And
a couple lead changes.
Both doing it from the arc. It's where they both do it best. As Cole McDaniel on the arc rips through, gets into the lane, right into the face of Brady Hunt, tumbles to the floor, laid in 2 and a foul. They gave him continuation. It was close on that call. There was definitely a foul. It was whether it was in the act or not, and the officials allow Cole McDaniel to go to the line to complete a 3-point play.
I like the almost continuation. I think he was in the act of shooting, so I'm glad the officials gave him the basket on that one.
13 for Cole McDaniel, and he'll go to the line, an 85% free throw shooter. 31-30. We have been going back and forth for the majority of the third quarter between leaders in this game. And McDaniel hits the free throw. 14 for Cole McDaniel, 32-30. It is a Delta deficit by 2. Blake Jones is at the top of the perimeter with 1:27 to play in the third. Clay Bragg finds Blake Jones into the corner. Dribbles to the left wing. They shadow Brady Hunt. Now Logan Maynard catches in the left-hand corner. Maynard dribbles, finds Hunt, catches at the perimeter, faces up Welch, goes right to work on him through a double team, almost muscled through. They may have, nope, it is in the act of shooting. Wasn't quite sure if they were going to give him the shot attempt there, and Brady Hunt to the line. The third personal foul on Brandon Matney for Newcastle as Hunt goes right to work, knocks down the first free throw. And
I like his aggressiveness on that. He basically just put his head down and said, I'm going to the basket, try to stop me.
One more for Brady Hunt to tie the game up, and does so. Brady Hunt with 15, 32 apiece with 1:08 remaining here in the third quarter. William Greaser dribbles across the midcourt stripe, defended by Clay Bragg. Now a catch for Cole McDaniel, as Blake Jones has been shadowing him for the majority of the game. Tries to find Trey Miller in the corner. He had to save it from going out of bounds. An errant pass from Cole McDaniel, and a timeout on the floor by Daniel Cox. 15.9 seconds remaining in the third, and Newcastle will take a timeout here. Meeks Mortuary and Crematory is a proud supporter of high school sports on the radio. They'd like to wish good luck to all Delaware County athletes this year. Compete with passion, character, and respect. Delta has scored 14 points in this quarter, while Newcastle has scored 16. The offense has come a little bit unhinged as it was in the first quarter. 18-16 was the halftime lead for Delta.
Well, they just, let everything loose, and now it's a free-for-all offensively after that first quarter. But, we talked about it before the game. Newcastle at 6-11. That record is very deceiving. Not only do they play a very tough schedule, not having William Greaser up until this point, that makes a big difference in some of those games. And like we said, they were very competitive with a very, very good Shenandoah team last week.
Greaser's going to get attended to by the Delta trainers on the near side. They're just going to tape him up, it appears. He will likely come in at the next dead ball here. 15.9 seconds remaining in the third of a tie game at 32 apiece. Sam Maddie controls the basketball. A bounce pass now to Caleb Crow. Steps to the side of a screen, finds Devin Fielden on the arc. Now back to Maddie. Maddie dribbles to the top of the perimeter, defended by Neil Marshall. Tries to enter the lane. He's denied from doing so. Brady Hunt almost jumped to passing lane. Fielded has the basketball. Here's a drive, and Brandon Metney ran over his defender. It's an offensive foul, and Metney picks up foul number 4 at the contest.
Yeah, that's a big foul because he's done a pretty good job guarding Brady Hunt most of the night. He's probably going to have to come out for a while.
So Abram Stitt will check in, and Clay Bragg comes in for the final 30.2 seconds in the third quarter. Here's Blake Jones. Under 30 seconds in the quarter. Jones is at the top of the perimeter, finds Clay Bragg. They try to get Brady Hunt loose, can't do so. Jones catches right perimeter with 17 seconds in the quarter. 2 players surround Brady Hunt. Instead, Jones controls. McDaniel fell over on a Jones dribble. Pass underneath from Maynard. He waits for the pump fake to get a defender over top of him and lays in 2. Here's 3 seconds. 2. McDaniel to the right wing. Step back 3. It's blocked by Jones at the buzzer of the third. And that is the end of the third quarter. Delta leads 34-32 after 3. Fourth quarter when we return on Muncie Sports Station.
Satisfied by just one thing, so I run to the phone and dial the number for Pizza King. I'm gonna ring the king. The king delivers. I'm gonna ring the king. An incredibly delicious royal feast pizza on the best crust you ever tasted. Ring the king. Pizza King.
Basketball on Muncie Sports Station.
Stumpy Auto Service isn't going to sell you a bunch of stuff you don't need for your car. Rather, they will educate you and let you make the decision on what's best. Stumpy Auto Service on McGalliard Road, just east of Wheeling Avenue. The fourth quarter here at Delta High School. Newcastle trails by 2, has the basketball to start the fourth. It's Grove feeding Greaser. He's at the elbow. Facing up, his defender will pop a shot from there. Missed the shot, and Brady Hunt the board for Delta. Here's Hunt up the floor, defended by Gavin Welch. Hins his momentum a bit, and now to Marshall on the perimeter stint. Back to Marshall at the top of the perimeter. Off ball movement, he's on the left wing, slips to Hunt, who goes one-on-one with William Greaser. Now Marshall on the catch left perimeter. They slip inside to Maynard, and Maynard travels. 7:25 to play, and Delta still up by 2.
Just kind of shuffled his feet. Probably took one dribble too far into the paint, I think.
So here's Greaser from left to right. Newcastle on the attack with Neil Marshall defending William Greaser. He got taped up a moment ago just under his right kneecap. Now to Cole McDaniel. A ball screen gets him loose. Now double teamed. He's forced to give it up to Devin Fielding. Now Greaser, slip pass in the lane, fielded. Kick out Welch. He's at the top of the perimeter. Marshall got there quickly to prevent a shot attempt. And William Greaser back with the basketball. Off the ball screen, hesitates. Corner right, it's Crow, and there's a foul off the ball. Foul off the ball on Delta. It is on Blake Jones. His first personal foul of the contest with 6:52 to play.
It almost looks like Delta's in a box and one now, and Blake Jones is face guarding Cole McDaniel.
Into Gavin Welch, and Welch, it's a jump ball. It's Delta basketball in the possession arrow. They got it into Welch, and a guard tied up the basketball. Delta gets it right back.
Great hands defensively.
6:51 to play in the contest, and Blake Jones in the backcourt with a 2-point Delta lead. Brings it to the near sideline. He's on the left perimeter, now top of the key. Wants a ball screen, gets it. Slip pass back to Stitt. They post up Brady Hunt. Now to Marshall. He's at the top of the key. Defended by Greaser. Drives on Greaser. Pivots in the lane. Splits 2 defenders and banks in 2. shifting move by Neil Marshall, and Mark Detweiler wants an immediate timeout as Neil Marshall has 6. It's a full timeout on the floor. The full meal deal is available at Mancino's in Muncie, your favorite pizza or grinder. Finished off with a visit next door to the sweet shop. Come in or pick up if you're on the go. Mancino's in Muncie on Bethel Avenue, a passionate supporter of high school sports in our community. Well, Neil Marshall hasn't hit a 3, but he's been very active in the lane, forcing a lot of defensive attention.
Absolutely. Well, and he's such a good shooter that you have to account for it. So, he made a great pass to Riley Wood in that last quarter, and he's just got to stay aggressive. The shots are going to fall, but you can tell what a teammate he is because he doesn't pout about it. He's not, shots aren't falling the way he's used to, but he's playing great defense, and he handles the ball a lot for Delta, and he makes the right decision a lot.
Well, we've talked about how this is a Delta-style game. So is it for Newcastle. Both of these teams are comfortable playing this with this position. The question is who can make more shots down the stretch.
Absolutely, and it might turn into a free throw contest too down the stretch. So, can you make your one-and-ones, and can you convert on those extra possessions that you might get during this game, and get that extra stop. This has been a very well-played game all the way around, both teams.
So Newcastle will have it out of the Mark Detweiler timeout. And in the backcourt, it's Gavin Welch near side 4 will bring it in to the forecourt. Waist high right-handed dribble. Delta in a zone look defensively. Now shift to a man-to-man. Kick out Trey Miller, a 3 from the left-hand corner. No. Logan Maynard the board for Delta as Maynard slips through traffic to get some space. Finds Blake Jones in the backcourt. Jones is across the midcourt stripe. Brady Hunt stands on the perimeter. Now a handoff to Abram Stitt. They face guard Brady Hunt. Now a handoff gets the basketball to him. He drives left to the lane. A kick out for Abram Stitt right wing. He's wide open. A 3, no good. Brady Hunt almost got the offensive board. And Trey Miller secures for Newcastle.
And a good shot there by Abram Stitt. That's one that he can make, and that's the one that Delta needs him to take.
Here's Miller to Greaser. A bullet pass gets him underneath the lane. Ball deflected on a Greaser pass by Brady Hunt and picked up by Abram Stitt. Now Hunt right perimeter. A long crossover gets the basketball to the top of the key to Blake Jones. 5:28 to play. Delta leads by 4. Abram Stitt fakes the pass to Neil Marshall. Now a handoff to Blake Jones. Jones stands on the right perimeter. Hunt pops out to the top of the key. Jones continues with the basketball on the dribble. Now Maynard dribbling around the arc, finds Hunt, pops out a 3 from the left wing. Yes, that's all he needs. Just a bit of airspace, and Brady Hunt with 18 points. 39-32, and subs will come in after that made basket. Brady Hunt with 18 points, and that was a catch and shoot opportunity for him on the arc.
And that's one of the things that he does really, really well, and I've been impressed all season. He likes to set that screen and pop out to the three-point line, and he doesn't need a lot of room.
No, doesn't need a whole lot of time to set his feet either.
No.
39-32, Delta with a 7-point lead. Greaser on the arc, finds Sam Maddie, back to William Greaser. In the corner, it's Trey Miller. He's hit a couple of threes from that spot. Now Maddie setting up a 3 to answer. No, Brady Hunt the board for Delta. With 4:47 to play, Delta pushes into the forecourt. Hunt is on the right wing, finds Fernie in the corner. Now back to Blake Jones. Hunt on a down screen, gets loose and gets the basketball again. On Gavin Welch, a ball screen, Hunt, kick in the corner, it's Maynard on the arc on the left perimeter. Finding Blake Jones, and with 4:27 to play, Delta controls the basketball. Here's Marshall, a drive on Greaser, pivots, leans in with contact, missed the shot. Brady Hunt, the offensive board for Delta. The possession continues.
Wow, he's doing everything for Delta tonight.
Here's Blake Jones, top of the perimeter, feed to Hunt. He's at the free throw line, has a defender on his back, and Trey Miller reached in. Trey Miller picks up his second personal foul, 4:08 to play. Delta leads by 7 and have a baseline entry coming.
Such a security blanket for Coach Detweiler when you know every night you've got the best player on the floor.
What he said coming into the season, and it has proven true. Here's Hunt inside the lane. He's fouled inside the free throw line. A foul that likely will be on the floor with 4:05 to play. No, they will be on the floor. Hunt thought he was going to be shooting free throws. Not the case.
That's how you trick an official. You go to the free throw line.
Gavin Welch with his third personal foul. Inbound comes to Marshall, and Delta holds the basketball with Blake Jones. Slipping to Brady Hunt. Facing up, Gavin Welch steps out for a three. He missed it on the contest. Rebound inside, and it's a loose ball foul on Newcastle. 3:53 to play, and it's Delta basketball on the loose ball foul by the Trojans.
And that will be the bonus the rest of the way for Delta.
The foul,
I believe it was on Trey Miller. They said number 12, but there's not a number 12.
yeah, it's Trey Miller. That's his third. 1-and-1 free throws for Logan Maynard. He missed the free throw. Brady Hunt, the offensive board, almost got the putback, and Newcastle gets the rebound. Now in the backcourt, Sam Maddie travels, and Delta back with it. A turnover quickly for Newcastle as Sam Maddie was in an indecisive position, and with 3:48 to play, Delta has the basketball up 7. Inbound comes to Hunt in the corner left. He'll dribble around the tightly guarded the tight defense from Gavin Welch. It's Blake Jones swinging around traffic, has a lane, thought about the drive, instead outlets to Logan Maynard. Now a handoff to Jaden Fernie, near side for Blake Jones. Jones drives, feeds Maynard right at the rim. He'll try to lay it in, and with spin, it falls through.
I'm not sure how that went in. I don't know that it ever got above the rim until right at the end.
Delta has extended their lead 41-32. In the corner, Miller steps to the side of a lurching defender and knocks down a corner three. Trey Miller has 14, and Newcastle takes an immediate timeout with 3:12 to play. Delta leads 41-35. Reed's Plumbing in Yorktown takes pride in supporting Delaware County student athletes. Call today 744-7950 to find out how they can help you. Call the best, flush the rest. It's Reed's Plumbing in Yorktown. Well, when it's come to executing in the final moments for Delta in their half court from an offensive standpoint, they've done an excellent job.
They have done an excellent job, and what they've done is they get the ball in Brady Hunt's hands. He's such a good ball handler for his size, and he's such a good decision maker that he's going to make the right play. And then you get guys like Logan Maynard who find seams in the on the baseline and can get easy buckets. And I think you're going to see a lot of that from Delta here on this next possession. Patience, and then finding a good shot in the paint.
Brady Hunt with 18 points, but 3 players with 5 points or more. Jaden Fernie, Logan Maynard, and Neil Marshall. That's all that's been needed for Delta tonight. They lead by 6, 41-35. And when they play with the defensive effort that they do on a nightly basis, it really is all they need.
It is, and what they're doing defensively is they're basically telling Newcastle, we're not going to let Cole McDaniel beat us. And they played a box and 1 on Cole McDaniel. Blake Jones has chased him around for most of the second half.
Newcastle will have the basketball out of the break here and into the game. For Delta, Blake Jones finds Brady Hunt. Hunt to Neil Marshall, and he'll swing around traffic. Now near side floor, this is Blake Jones. Jones slipping to Neil Marshall as it's a trapping defense near the half-court stripe. Jones lobbing, looking for Maynard, and threw it just a bit too high. It's out of bounds to Newcastle. It was a defense for offense switch. Cole Wheeler was in the game, and now it's Sam Maddie coming right back in. So here is Newcastle with William Grieser in the half court, under 3 to play, down just 6. It's Maddie to the top of the key. Grieser back to Sam Maddie, defended by Jaden Fernie as Grieser drives, kick out Maddie. He's wide open, a 3, missed it. Rebound by Logan Maynard, and Brady Hunt has it in the backcourt. Hunt will be guarded by Gavin Welch as Hunt dribbles into the forecourt, hesitates, leans in on Cole McDaniel, and a bounce pass back to Blake Jones at the top of the key. Backing down Gavin Welch on the perimeter, picks up his dribble, finds Hunt. A double team there. Hunt slips through traffic at the free throw line, lobs a pass underneath to Maynard, had it stripped, got it back, laid it in, and a timeout from Mark Detweiler. It's an 8-point lead now for Delta with 2:05 to play, with a Mark Detweiler timeout right there.
And that was Brady Hunt finding him in the middle, and you'd think he played quarterback before, and he knows where to go. And Logan Maynard did a nice job not panicking when the ball got knocked out of his hand and went back up for the 2.
Delta allowing just 35 points tonight. If this holds, It'll be their 8th game where they've allowed less than 46 points in a particular game. I mean, that's remarkable, and they are a perfect 9-0 as you would expect with those statistics.
Well, I'm just so impressed with the way they changed their defense up here in the second half and have taken Cole McDaniel out of the game. And Blake Jones, he's shadowing him as soon as he inbounds the ball at the other end. And he can't get open. And, that's a credit to Blake Jones and the other defensive players for Delta, knowing where he's at and not letting him beat them.
2:05 to play. Delta has an 8-point lead, 43-35 at home against Newcastle. Meeks Mortuary and Crematories and proud supporter of high school sports on the radio. They'd like to wish good luck to all Delaware County athletes this year. Compete with passion, character, and respect. It'll be Newcastle basketball out of the timeout. William Greaser has the basketball rolled into him. Greaser will pick it up just across the midcourt stripe with Neil Marshall defending him. Greaser weaving around traffic, picks up the basketball. They find Trey Miller at the top of the key. Will drive right to the lane. Jaden Fernie with tight defense forces the give up to Sam Maddie. Right back to Trey Miller as Delta in a man-to-man defense. Now Maddie on the arc. Marshall almost had an opportunity to intercept. Maddie picks it up at the left wing. Finds Cole McDaniel, had the ball poked away for a moment. Jones reached in, got some arm, and Blake Jones picks up his second personal foul with 1:42 to play.
Yeah, that's just good defense, trying to be aggressive, and he's done a nice job on Cole McDaniel this whole second half.
43-35, inbound for Gavin Welch, and he'll step out on the sideline. They put him in a tough spot. It's out of bounds. Delta basketball with 1:41 to play.
Well, that's a real tough spot, going to the corner when you're moving towards not only the baseline but the sideline, and unfortunately for Newcastle, couldn't quite hold on to it.
So Logan Maynard will be the inbounder, and it will be full court, backcourt pressure by the Newcastle Trojans with 1:41 to play. Maynard the inbound to Blake Jones, right back to Hunt. It almost went off his foot. Now Hunt ahead to Maynard. In the corner, it's Jaden Fernie as the Newcastle defense speeds into the forecourt. Hunt backs down his defender, finds Maynard on the arc. Blake Jones is fouled immediately by William Greaser.
And it's still 1-1 here for the Delta Eagles, so Blake Jones is going to get a 1-1.
William Greaser picks up his third personal foul, and to the line will go Blake Jones. Sam Maddie's in the game, so is Trey Miller, as both Brandon Matney and Cole Wheeler check out in the contest. Blake Jones for a 1-1, exactly a 50% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. 4 for the sophomore Blake Jones. He has grown up so much this year in 15 games of play.
Absolutely, and that free throw looked good for a 50% free throw shooter.
And Jones hits the second two. Lead is double figures for Delta, 45-35. Sam Maddie trots across the midcourt stripe, now speeds by Logan Maynard, stumbles in the lane, almost got a basket to go, was fouled by the backside of Logan Maynard with 1:22 to play. Maynard picks up his first personal foul. That was just a bad decision there all around defensively.
Yeah, he got caught behind him, and you almost want to give up the layup. I know you don't usually want to do that, but
Sam Maddie misses the first free throw. One more coming for Maddie.
Out better.
Yeah, one more for Maddie. As Cole Wheeler and Brandon Matney back in the game for Newcastle for defensive purposes. 1:22 to play. Maddie for the second free throw. The junior tries and hits. First point for Sam Maddie. He'll check out. And Brandon Matney in the game for him. As Jaden Fernie will inbound with 1:22 to play. 45-36. Delta leads by 9. Inbound to Fernie, from Fernie into Hunt. He's fouled in the backcourt. Both Gavin Welch and Brandon Matney were there. I believe they'll get Welch on this one.
Yep, and that's only the 9th team foul, so this will be a 1-1 again for Brady Hunt.
And Gavin Welch with his 4th personal foul of the game. So Hunt to the line. Has missed only one free throw tonight. 45-36. Brady Hunt with 18 points, looking to add to it. The 1-1 for Hunt, spins the ball in his fingertips, free throw up and perfect. 19 for Brady Hunt, and one more coming for the spectacular senior. And Hunt will hit that too. 20 for him, his 13th game this season with 20 or more. His 27th such game of his career. Cole McDaniel steps to the side of the screen. Finds Gavin Welch on the perimeter. Newcastle indecisive on the arc now. Miller back to McDaniel. Drives on Jones. Gets to the high block right now. Steps back. Jones goes in the air defensively. Welch back to McDaniel. Sets. Fires a three. Missed everything. It's out of bounds to Delta. Leading 47-36 with 58 seconds to play. Clay Bragg, will come in for Logan Maynor. And Delta looks to be in control at the moment.
And you can't overemphasize the job that their defense has done here in the second half.
Jaden Fernie into Blake Jones, and a couple seconds tick off the clock. And Blake Jones will go to the line with 56 seconds to play. Delta leads by 11, and the Delta four that will not be shooting the free throws in the starting lineup will go to the backcourt, as Blake Jones will go to the free throw line here. This is 2 guaranteed shots, as that's the 10th team foul on Newcastle. Jones first free throw up and no good. Hope he thought it was a one-on-one. He followed his own shot.
Well, yeah, like I said, sometimes you might be able to fool the official. You never know.
One more for Jones to split a pair. And he does so. Blake Jones with 6 points in the contest. And here comes Cole McDaniel with 52 seconds. McDaniel right wing will pull up right away. A three that misses. Brady Hunt the board and will dribble around traffic, get into the forecourt. Hunt right around to the right wing and fouled by Cole McDaniel. And the formalities about to be put on this one for Delta, leading 48-36, 41.9 seconds, and Brady Hunt right back to the free throw line. Hunt's first free throw up and through. 21 for Brady Hunt on the night, and really kind of took over in that second half. Hunt the second, good as well. 22 for Brady Hunt tonight, and he'll check out. The home fans give him a well-deserved ovation.
Very well-deserved.
50-36, Delta a 14-point lead. Trey Miller in the corner, contested three, knocks it down. The clock will continue to run, and William Greaser will have a foul in the backcourt on Neil Marshall after that made three by Trey Miller, who has 17 points. He's been great from the arc.
He has. He can flat out shoot it. He's hit some from deep. He's hit some off the dribble. I've been impressed with the way he can shoot the basketball.
Neil Marshall shooting two.
Neil Marshall will shoot a pair, 33.3 seconds, and Marshall knocks down the first. 7 for Neil Marshall. The second is up and through. Marshall with 8 points, and the Delta lead 52-39. 30 seconds to play, and Cole McDaniel steps to the top of the key, blows by right of the lane, stops and goes inside the lane, reverse lay-in, no good. Logan Maynard bats the ball out of bounds as Newcastle will have a baseline entry. Delta 52, Newcastle 39. Late in the fourth quarter, just 23 seconds separate the formalities in this game. Greaser into Gavin Welch. A jumper from the left block goes into Neil Marshall. Marshall's in the backcourt, almost fouled. Now he gets away from traffic, and Newcastle will just let it go. Delta will get away with the win here, 52-41. They defeat Newcastle for the 4th straight meeting and head to 11-4 at home this season. The Delta Eagles are now 6-4 on the season. We'll return for the Walls Furniture post-game show. You're listening to Muncie Sports Station.
Spam. Work email. Oh, bill's already due? Huh? Pizza!
Spice up your phone notifications by joining the text club from Encino's Pizza and Grinders. Get exclusive money-saving offers sent right to your phone by texting Tasty to 411669. Join now for a free regular order of breadsticks with Mancino's Text Club.
Another work email of co-workers wanting pizza. Hi,
this is Karen Dahl with Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Muncie. Today's real estate market is one of many challenges. This market is moving fast. When you and your family are ready to take that next step on fulfilling your dream, you're going to need someone with the experience and expertise to guide you through this most challenging process. I have the training and resources to make your dreams come true. Please remember Karen Dahl and Caldwell Banker Real Estate Group, guiding you home.
Now more than ever, taking care of your lung health is a vital part of your overall well-being. If you or a loved one has COPD, pulmonary fibrosis, or any other chronic
6 o'clock tip here at home against Mechanical. Here's the unofficial scoring from tonight's game. First for Newcastle, Sam Mandy with 1, Devin Feldon with 2, William Breather with 3, Gavin Welch with 4, Cole McDaniel with 14, and leading the Trojans tonight with 17 points, Trey Miller. For Delta, Neil Marshall with 6, Blake Jones with 6, Logan Maynard with 8, Riley Wooden with 2, Clay Bright with 3, Jaden Fernie with 5, and leading the Eagles this evening with a game high 22 points, Brady Hunt.
Welcome into the Walls Furniture post-game show here on Muncie Sports Station tonight. The Delta Eagles move to 11-4, 5-1 in the HHC with a 52-41 win over the Newcastle Trojans, their 4th win in a row this year. Some of the final statistics that are brought to you by First County Federal Credit.
I mean, it's a different thing.
And Brady Hunt lead all scorers with 22 points tonight for Delta.
Final statistics are brought to you by First County Federal Credit Union. How about the play of the game? It's brought to you by the Muncie YMCA.
The play of the game, I'm going to go back with Brady Hunt's step-back three-pointer late in the fourth quarter that really kind of put the game out of reach for Delta, and that was a big three.
Is the Y something you've wanted to be a part of but didn't think you could afford it? Think again. The YMCA of Muncie offers financial assistance for those who qualify. Don't wait any longer to be a part of something great. Get to one of their several locations today or visit them online, muncieymca.org, or on Facebook, the YMCA of Muncie, the Y for a better us. The game-changing play of the game is brought to you by University Avenue Dental.
I think the game-changing play of the game was I'm going to go with the big block from Jaden Fernie early in the game. That was Newcastle really didn't get much in the paint after that, after Jaden Fernie came from the blind side and swatted that away. So big night for Jaden Fernie.
Dr. Greg Pyle and newly added Dr. Nick Muchaham's vision at University Avenue Dental is to reach and establish long-term relationships with each of their patients, which in turn meets and exceeds their expectations. With a unique one-on-one style, it's more than just your dental health, it's your total health. Visit drgregpyle.com for information on how they can treat your total health. Mark Detweiler's coming our way. Rob, what impressed you most about this game from Delta? A lot of different areas to be excited about.
I think the biggest thing is the defensive end. I mean, you hold Newcastle to 41 points. That's huge. And if you can, do that and continue to do that going into sectional play, that's half the battle right there, because you're not always going to shoot the ball well, but the defense can carry you at times.
We are joined by Mark Detweiler, the head coach of the Delta Eagles. He joins us right now. Did you get a little shower there, Coach?
I did, yeah, in the locker room.
Is that what you get? Is that what you get for your birthday?
Yeah, birthday shower in the locker room for the guys. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Coach, congratulations on the victory. Completely. Would you say for 4 quarters this may have been one of your most complete performances you've had?
In terms of the defensive end, yes. I mean, what we did defensively. I mean, told them we shut them out first quarter, 8-0 first quarter, and then that fourth quarter, as far as starting a game and finishing a game, I think they got 2 buckets in the last minute at the end. So in about 15 minutes of game action, we give up 5 points.
Right.
And we had to make a couple changes defensively. So obviously McDaniel got going, and we had to take him out of the game. And again, Blake Jones, again, tremendous job with what he does. He's got a great motor. But I just thought, yeah, you're right. I thought everybody collectively, defensively especially, was really alert tonight. A lot of guys that, we kept telling all week, just don't over penetrate. Hunt the paint, be patient,
right. Create
for a teammate, kind of our mantras. And I thought we got back to that because I thought we went through a stretch there in the first half where, it was because they're well skilled defensively, and I thought they took some things away from us, and they're helping on Brady, and so
can isolate him and get him loose, because you saw similar types of looks against Mississinawa last
Yeah,
Saturday.
we did. And, we talked at halftime. We wanted him coming off more screening action. I mean, we basically said, Riley and Logan, your job is to screen his man more, because I wanted him to get touches in some better spots. I thought in the first half he was having to catch 16, 18 feet out, and kind of ISO from there. And so we specifically wanted to bring him off more screening action. And then the last thing I told him was, and then you be our best screener. We got some guys going to screen for you more, and then I want you to be our best screener. And I thought he does a great job of that. And,
right.
Head hunting and ball screen, pick and pop action. He's good at it.
I noticed that was what I said. The biggest shot was the 3-pointer that he hit off of the screen that he stepped back. One of the guys that I used to watch growing up was Wally Zerbiak.
Oh, yes.
And Wally Zerbiak got open so much on setting screens. How important is that for Brady Hunt to continue to do that? Because that's how you get open sometimes.
It is. Well, as a shooter, I mean, you screens are great, but sometimes you just got to be our best screener and know that you have to force them to leave you, or they're going to give up a layup. I mean, so you have to screen and then pop and then see if you can get some space and some time to get the shot off.
And I did think I don't know a whole lot about defense, but I'm gonna pretend here for a second.
You've read about it, I know.
Right. But I thought it wasn't a true box and one.
No.
But what you did with putting Blake Jones on Cole McDaniel and shadowing him everywhere really took him out of the game. And I thought Blake Jones did a fantastic job defensively.
Oh, he did, yeah. Again, we went to that last week. We've gone through a couple times this season, and where we felt like we've needed it. And it's been good to us. So over the years, I've used it in the past, and with this team, we felt like we've I'm gonna be honest. Our man-to-man defense at times is suspect. We can't stay in it in long stretches. So we have to do a couple different things defensively to hide guys. You know what that's like.
I do.
Mark Detweiler is the head coach of the Delta Eagles. Well, you got the first one, and then you're going to see talk about value in possessions. That's what Jay County does defensively. A little bit different than what you saw against Newcastle, but just to preview that game tomorrow.
Yeah, and again they're physical. They're going to try to grind possessions out. So again, offensive possessions will be at a premium. So we're going to need to be really sharp in terms of deflections and having active hands and try to create some offense for us in transition, because it will be. I told you,
yeah.
Our games, I think, at times have a tendency to put people to sleep. Could be one of those if we're not active defensively.
A win is a lot better than the alternative on your birthday, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, that's exactly right.
I didn't know we were supposed to shower you.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Mountain Dew would do the job.
Yes.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it, guys.
That's Mark Detweiler, the head coach of the Delta Eagles. We'll continue on the Walls Furniture postgame show next. You're listening to Muncie Sports Station. Back for a final time on the Walls Furniture postgame show here on Muncie's Sports Station. Let's head back to our postgame awards. The defensive star for the game is brought to you by Reed's Plumbing in Yorktown.
Well, I've got to give it to Blake Jones tonight. What a phenomenal job he did on Colton King in the second half. 17 points a game. Most of this game in the first half.
Reed's Plumbing in Yorktown takes pride in supporting Delaware County student athletes. Call today 744-7950 to find out how they can help you. Call the best, flush the rest. It's Reed's Plumbing in Yorktown. And lastly, of course, the tough player of the game is presented by Tuffy Auto Service of Muncie.
Well, it's going to sound like a broken record if you're a Delta Eagles fan. We're going to go with Brady Hunt. Not only the 22 points, but he just does so much for this Delta offense, for the Delta defense. He's so long defensively. They run their offense through him pretty much in every possession. And he just does a fantastic job.
Tuffy Auto Service isn't going to sell you a bunch of stuff you don't need for your car. Rather, they will educate you and let you make the decision on what's best. Tuffy Auto Service on McGalliard Road, just east of Wheeling Avenue. This has been the Muncie Sports Station postgame show presented by Walls Furniture. At Walls Furniture, there are no gimmicks. They are here to make you feel most comfortable at home. You can see their selection anytime at wallsfurniture.com. Proud to support this community. Big thanks goes to Sydney Grow tonight for producing our game from the Muncie Sports Station studios. Rob Robbins for his analysis, and to all of you for spending your time with us this evening. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in our community. We are next with you Tuesday as Muncie Central and Yorktown get together at the North Walnut Street Fieldhouse. Look forward to that one next week. The conclusion of this game, as you heard it, the Delta Eagles 52, the Newcastle Trojans 41. For Sydney Crow, Rob Robbins, I'm Mark Forster. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks, Sydney. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Sid. Bye.
We're good.
I don't know about we're good.